Boy, it's been a nail biter all the way to the end. This morning, Arizona does have a new superintendent of public instruction. In fact, as we take a closer look, Kathy Hoffman, as you can see, she, as you know, is a newcomer to the world of politics, someone who was a teacher in the Peoria Unified School District. And this morning, you have a new role as someone who's going to be leading the future of education here in Arizona. You ran on the Red for Ed movement, and now you're here. How are you feeling this morning?
I am thrilled beyond words. This is just such a privilege. I am incredibly humbled by this opportunity to lead our public schools.
Well, we know that you have very limited time here, so we want to get right to this. And I think every parent in this state is wondering, how do we keep teachers here in Arizona? We don't want them to leave. There are states everywhere luring teachers, good teachers, away. What's your plan?
Well, as an educator, I can say that being a teacher is one of the most incredible, rewarding professions that exists. I might be a bit biased, but I truly believe that being a teacher is one of the best jobs out there. So what we need to do is everything possible to keep our teachers there, and part of that for me is to be a very positive voice for public education, to be highlighting all the achievements of our teachers and programs across the state, and addressing issues like pay and workload and all these issues that factor in when we're talking about why our teachers are leaving the profession.
Well, you are someone who was in that fight, part of the Peoria Unified School District, a speech therapist. Yes. Part of the reason you did decide to run is because you said things were not getting done at the legislative level. Little funding is going to be a huge challenge for you, so how do you plan to tackle that?
Well, it's about building bridges, and I have the type of personality that I'm very cooperative. I look forward to working with the governor's office, with our legislators, with the Board of Education, and really connecting the dots and working with educators, elevating the voices of our students and talking about what they need. And I'm the type of person that I know that cooperatively we can find solutions to fully fund our schools and find competitive pay for our teachers.
I'm going to get to the issue of charter schools here in a moment, but so much of this is about money, a lot of it about taxpayers. We're looking at video here of kids in the classroom. Ultimately, we're trying to take care of our kids.
Absolutely.
You're the first Democrat since '95 who has been elected to this position. Can you talk about, do you have a long-range plan when it comes to finding money to get our teachers paid?
Well, I look forward to working with our legislators and governor to accomplish this. And to me, this race has never been about partisan politics. I've always viewed it as, what do our students need? What do our teachers need? And I think that's why so many people crossed party lines to vote for me. We saw that I have received more votes than any other statewide Democrat, not including of course, our federal races, Kirsten Sinema, but for statewide candidates, I received more votes than any other Democrat, which shows that people were crisscrossing on their ballot because this is about our kids and our teachers.
You mentioned those numbers, and we want to show you these results. Kathy Hoffman named Superintendent of Public Instruction, beating Frank Riggs there. Let's talk a little bit about charter schools. Where do you stand there?
Well, I see charter schools as public schools. Our charter school students, teachers, families, they also need the highest quality education and services. We want to make sure that those teachers have what they need. Of course, reforms are needed. We need more transparency and accountability for our charter schools. And part of that is making sure that our charter schools are not shutting down with minimal notice. This is very harmful to communities, to teachers, to students. And so that's going to be one of my priorities, is making sure that they are held accountable to the communities that they serve.
Yeah, it can certainly be very emotional for families. If you think about the social aspect of that alone, it's incredibly important, that is for sure. I'm glad that you touched on that, because I think right now a lot of parents are parents who would never have looked at the option of private schools are looking there because this is very concerning where we are in this state.
It is. And I do believe that Arizona has the opportunity to invest in our public schools across the state. When I go out to rural Arizona, families don't have the option of a private school. They only have their public school. And so we need to do everything within our power to make sure that every school across the state, no matter the zip code, no matter if it's in Mayer, Arizona, or Safford, Arizona, or Nogales, making sure that every child has access to a high quality public school education.
And you use the word access, and that is so huge. Lastly, what can parents do? Because I know parents are watching at home going, how can I help?
Well, keep talking about the achievements of your school. And we want to be talking more positively, because the way I see it is if we're only hearing that our schools are broken, then why would anyone want to invest in our schools? So we need to be talking about the achievements of our programs and teachers. And of course, I love it when parents are involved and show up and they are part of their PTSO, or they are volunteering in their child's classroom. That teacher-parent connection is critical for student success.
All right. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate your time as well. I know it's been a whirlwind for you, that is for sure.